I've tried every version of copywriting and service-based businesses there are. I've done media buying for ecom. I've run an email marketing agency for ecom. I've done info funnels. I've done YouTube scripting. I even sold AI automations for a little bit. What I'm about to show you here, it is the highest value skill that you can learn in 2026 and beyond. And the reason for that is most of those other forms of copywriting and service-based businesses are going to get automated the shit out of. And what's going to be left is writing cold traffic ads for e-commerce brands. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this entails, how to do it, and the full roadmap of how to get started. Right, quickly before we get into what this actually is, I want to preface this by explaining why I think that all of these other versions of copywriting and other service-based businesses are going to get automated away. I'm going to start off with email marketing. It is the easiest thing to automate. You can, if you really want to, you can fully automate it now to like the point where you don't even need to prompt it. You could probably have an AI agent that just sends emails out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or whatever cadence that you want. And your exact tone, pulling from data from ICP research, avatar research, your brand brief, all of that stuff, you could probably automate it right now. It would maybe cost you a few $1,000s, that job's gone. All these other types of things that are like for warm traffic, basic landing pages, even like AI automations. The problem with all of these things is they are focusing on you being a really good prompt engineer and being able to use AI well. I'm not saying that's not important, but the only thing that lies, that where true value lies, when the barrier to entry becomes so low that anybody can prompt AI and get the same output as someone else, is true understanding of psychology and marketing. And that is what direct response copywriting is. And that is the main skill to learn in order to get paid ads to work for e-commerce brands. And it is so in demand right now. It is unbelievable. I say this nearly every YouTube video. I've got a ton of e-commerce friends that are e-commerce brand owners, and every single one of them are constantly hiring for direct response copywriters and creative strategists, because it is a hard job. Not gonna lie, it's not easy. You can't just throw in prompts, right? Although you can use AI to make things easier for you. So let's get actually into what you would be doing. So for an e-commerce brand, let's actually just pull up one here. I used this in my last video, I think, but there's this brand, I'm pretty sure they're drop shipping, but it's pretty cool. They're running a fucking shit ton of ads, like 1,500 ads. Shilajit gummies. Here's their PDP. Right, this is a normal e-commerce brand, right? Now, we're going to be servicing these e-commerce brands by making ads for them, right? Now, I'm using the word ads as an overarching term for everything, right? As in like the ads and the landers, right? Because an advertorial and a listicle and a sales page and a PDP is still an advertisement. That is what it is at its core. So we're making ads for e-commerce brands. And it's split up into these different buckets. We're going to be able to make the actual ads, as in like video ads, VSLs, UGC videos, unboxings, product displays. We can make all of that with AI. We can make static ads, exactly like this one. I think I showed this in my Nano Banana tutorial. This was created 100% with AI. Like you can see the little Gemini watermark here. Product is perfect. Bones, perfect. If that dog's not real, I don't know what a real dog is. Literally perfect. A 3-step prompt created that. What else are you going to be doing? You will also, or you can also offer landing pages. You can offer to create people's product pages like this, right? Because there's a ton of brands out there that have got shit product pages and they could increase their conversion rate by double or triple if they just got a new product page put in with decent copy and decent images that you can make in seconds on Nano Banana. What else have we got? Listicles, sales pages and advertorials, right? I've not got any listicle examples, but here is a really good advertorial for Wagwise, and it's like a little brace for your dog. And this is an advertorial page, as you can see down here. And again, use AI to create every single part of it. You use AI to create this. You use AI to create this image. You use AI to write the copy. You can even now use AI to create the code that the lander is built on. Like, you can steal the code from another advertorial, plug in your copy, and code it yourself with AI. I'm going to do another lesson on that inside Ad Operator. If you want access to that, click the link in the description. But let's go on with this. That is what you're going to be doing. All of the parts, you're essentially building the full funnel for an e-commerce brand, and you're doing it with the help of AI, right? Now, this is where most people mix up. They think that's like a lot, and it is a lot, right? But this is how we're going to simplify it down. Here's the things that you need to learn in order to become an ad operator, right? That's what we're going to call this. Essentially, it's copywriter, creative strategist. You make ads for e-commerce brands. That's the simplest way to put it. You make ads, right? Here's the skill triangle. You need to learn AI video, VO3, Sora 2, HeyGen, Arcads. I know Arcads uses VO3 and Sora, but all of those platforms, you need to know how to prompt them to get the best outputs out of them. I'll show you an example of an AI video. Right, here is a completely AI VSL doctor ad, whatever you want to call it.
Just turned 68 last week, and I swear my posture is getting worse every month. It feels like my body is slowly folding in on itself. If you've noticed your back curving forward, spine naturally weaken, and
that was just some normal B-roll. These parts are normal
your muscles
B-roll.
losing or walking.
That's
and when that happens,
so you can create all of the parts of a UGC video or a VSL with AI, with those tools. You need to learn how to get AI images. Nano Banana, I literally just done a video showing you how to make perfect ads with 3 simple prompts. Go and watch that. Nano Banana. And then this is the most important part. You should probably, this circle should probably be bigger. Direct response copywriting, because it all comes down to, it's fine if you know how to use these platforms, loads of people know how to use them, but knowing direct response copywriting and how to actually script ads and how to actually understand psychology and understand the market and understand the angles that are going to work and understand the psychology of persuasion, all those things, that all comes down to direct response copywriting. But these are the 3 things that you need to learn. If you learn all of these 3, you can become an ad operator. Here's why this is so good. The barrier to entry is on the floor right now. The old way to be a creative agency, right, was $10,000 photo shoots, hiring creators, weeks of waiting, having to brief UGC creators who were a pain in the arse to work with and that took $500 per video. Like, that's gone, right? Now, I know that there's going to be some people that are like, oh, AI isn't quite there yet. It's going to be there in a few months. Like, look at the difference between Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro. Like, AI video is coming to the point where it's indistinguishable from real people. And when that happens, all of these people who are doing it the old way are fucked because they're spending all this money, whereas this is what we can do. Just you and AI tools and your direct response copywriting knowledge. It's done in hours. You could create a full 4-minute, 5-minute VSL in a few hours, all with AI. Like, I'm talking about the voiceover, I'm talking about the B-roll, I'm talking about medical animations, I'm talking about a doctor UGC creator, all done. You don't pay for them, you don't wait for them, it's done. That is why the brands that master this, or the brands that have access to you as this like ad operator using AI, they're just going to win against these people because they're just too slow to market. Here's the reality of this, right? Now, when you need to learn that, right? And then all you're going to need to do is pitch people on the service, right? And the way that you do that is you either go and buy a list from someone. I want a list of e-commerce brands in the health niche and the pet niche, whatever it may be, and you reach out to them with personalized samples with like this. So it's like, what do? You email them and you either give them a script, you give them an ad script. You maybe write in the email a new angle for them, a new hook variation. You could, it depends how far you want to go for this. You could actually just give them a Google Drive with a fully done for you video ad that you created for them in a day. It's maybe going to take you a few hours, but your chance of getting a reply and getting signed by that client is infinitely higher than the person who says, hey, I can write your copy for you. I can make you an extra 50k a month. Nobody's answering that shit. Or you could take 30 minutes, make them a Google Drive, put 5 static ads that you've created with Nano Banana and give them that. Or you sit for fucking 4 hours and you give someone a script, a new angle variation, a new avatar for their brand, and you give them 5 static ads. If you give them all of that, the chances of you getting a reply are much higher. Now, here is the thing with this. Most people, like, I don't know how many people come to me and they're like, how long till I get a client, right? And it is literally just how long is a piece of string. Some people can send 30 emails and sign 2 clients. Some people are they're just that guy. They're just born with it, right? And then there's other people who are going to need to send 900 emails before they even get a sniff of a client, right? But here's the thing. It gets easier. Getting your first client is the hardest you will ever work. This is the effort to difficulty scale. At the start, that is the hardest you'll ever work. You don't really know what you're doing. You're pitching people cold for a service that you've never done before. You don't have any results. You don't have any backing. You don't have any case studies. They don't know that it's going to work. You need to prove your competence through this value ladder by showing them your work. And here's the thing, it does get easier because you get that first client, you build momentum, you get them results, you have a case study, they maybe have a friend, you get them on, and it does get easier over time. Here's the big problem that most people think. They think, right, I'm going to send 200 emails and I'll probably sign a client in that time. Here's the big thing with that, right? Sending 200 personalized emails sounds like a lot, but see, if I really wanted to try that, I could do that in 5 days. Now, if we think about the average retainer for something like this is going to be like $3,000 a month. If I could guarantee myself an extra $3,000 a month every 5 days, then I would be making 10 million a month. But that's not the way that it works. You don't just go, right, every 200 emails I send, I'm going to send a client. You could go 1,000 emails without signing a client, and then in the next 200 after that, you might sign another 2. It's actually quite ignorant to think that if you just do 200 emails, you're going to get a $3,000 a month client. Like, think about how much that is per year. Think about how easy that actually is to achieve. As in, like, oh, if I just do this for 5 days, I'm going to get $3,000. Like, it does not work like that. You need to get that fallacy out of your head. It could take you 3 months. But here's the thing, if you start on this journey and you don't quit and you learn, you're learning the highest value skill that you could possibly ever learn. Because after you've worked with some of these brands, you have the skills and you'll have the capital to then go out and start your own offer. And that is where you can get to multiple millions, tens of millions, 8 and 9 figures over a course of 5 to 10 years. Because that's the way that you should be playing this game. You shouldn't be thinking like short term, like I need to make 10K a month today. You should be thinking, right, what is the best skill, especially in this AI market? Like, most shit is going to go to zero. Like, that's what people don't understand with this service-based business. And the end goal should be to own your own offer, because there's going to come a time where AI does take over essentially everything. And if you don't own some sort of offer, or at least like a partner in some sort of offer, you're fucked. Like, I think that's just the way that it's going to go. That should be your long-term goal. And the best way to that long-term goal of offer ownership is to partner with brands, work with smaller brands, get them results, get experience, build cash flow, stack your cash, and then start your own offer. That is the way that it should be. So that is essentially everything in a nutshell. Hopefully I've made that simple for you. It is simple. Do not overcomplicate it. You just need to learn these 3 skills. Then you go out, you find e-commerce brands, and you reach out to them with unfathomable value. Scripts, new angles, hook variations. Give them a full video ad. Give them 5 static ads. Give them 10 static ads and say, here, put these into your ad account right now, because I guarantee you these are going to have higher click-through rates than your ones, and you're going to make more money. Like, that is the way that you go and get clients. So, that is it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Make sure you get an email list. Link is in the description. Check out Ad Operator. I think there's like, God knows, like 17, 18 hours worth of content on that, inside that course now. And I'm going to keep add to it nearly every week right now. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video.